God created us to have lives that are pure, holy, healthy and peaceful, but for the hundreds of thousands of people living in the slum of Kibera in Nairobi, Kenya, life is filled with poverty, disease and crime. They struggle to find medical care and even a primary level education. Many children die young, many adults cannot read or write. It is easy for them to feel that God is not with them there. Where can they find the opportunity to live their lives as God intended? Are there people and places that strive to make life better for the community around them?
There was a time I could come into Kibera, watch our people in their suffering, and that is where I got a vision of coming and serving them.
My first visit to Kibera was at a barber shop where I was meeting 4 men to start with.
Changing Times Centre has in the last 10 years become an invaluable resource for its neighbourhood in Kibera. It helps provide key things that people would otherwise struggle to find: medical aid, education and spiritual care. Despite government promises of free primary education in Kenya, schools in Kibera are overcrowded, poorly equipped and costly for the average Kibera resident. Changing Times is doing its part to address this need. It currently has a school with students from pre-class to class 7, but there are only 5 trained teachers and there are assistants for over 400 students, so the need for growth in this area is great. Changing Times also offers literacy classes for adults, many of whom don't have basic reading and writing skills.
When I first came here, I didn't know how to write my name, I didn't know how to read, and I didn't know how to speak Swahili. After coming to this school, now I can read and write in Swahili. It has really helped me a lot.
Many women come to Changing Times for sewing or embroidering classes. Instructors teach the women these basic skills, which allows them a way to provide for themselves and their children.
People that can't help themselves and those that don't have money, when I come I teach them how to knit sweaters for 6 months. After that I take them to work in other places.
In the youth programs, Changing Times teaches the boys of the community how to use their money for their future.
We're trying to help our young people to know how to save some money. So when they get even a shilling, they can come in and save.
The youth program also includes Bible lessons, and many of the boys play on a community football team.
Here in Kibera we have very many challenges. So you find that instead of these young men engaging into the pressures, we go, win them, bring them to the center, teach them how to follow Christ. They may know who Christ is as they serve God.
One of Changing Times' most important ministries is its clinic and health center, in which they treat various diseases, run a small pharmacy, and have a special program for treating children with clubfoot syndrome. There are also support groups for women who are HIV positive.
In most of our teachings or learnings, we end up by giving a spiritual encouragement to transform our learners or our listeners.
This spiritual emphasis is shown in the church that Changing Time Centre runs in the small building that is also its school. The church meets every Sunday with English and Swahili services. There is a full-time pastor and energetic worship. Changing Time Centre itself is an encouragement to its community. For 10 years it has provided educational, medical and economic aid to many residents of the Kibera slum. While they are in pain, struggling to live with hope, places like this remind them of the love of Jesus Christ for everyone, especially those who live in Kibera.
Our deepest goal spiritually is to see most of the people live a holy life and have skills in approaching situations as they put their trust in Jesus Christ.